they're like, well, how much is it going to cost me? You know, they're not willing to pay. So, you know, I can't sell to them at this point. My costs are not low enough, you know.
But at that scale, you could afford to reduce the price from $4 to $3, perhaps.
No,
Three I'll
three,
break
maybe,
even.
yeah,
350 is the
maybe.
lowest I can go. So I mean, to be honest, you know, so you can decide whether this is profitable or not. I guess that's maybe the better way to go. Here would be a larger ICA system where you really scale up, you really are, and people are doing this. I mean, I'm not the only one doing this. This is already being done on fairly large scale. Office building space is being done. They're being done on rooftops. There's Gotham Greens up in Brooklyn, New York. Loofah has 3 warehouses, rooftop systems up in Montreal. They're being done around the country. I mean, or the alternative is putting, you know, building greenhouses where you're just putting huge swaths under glass. It's sort of an intermediate, but the problem there is those operating costs and capital costs are astronomical. All right, so just to summarize, you know, I think there's a place for this. I think, you know, you need to charge enough niche markets, organics, local bores for that to be, you know, profitable. There is a niche market here. One of the primary costs, obviously, there's a larger system or set of systems, very similar to what I've just built, almost exactly the same. But you know, inside, your lighting costs go up, but your heating and cooling costs are more manageable, so that's a good thing. Cost of goods sold are relatively stable. Labor is really a very significant part still. You know, you still have to do that. There are some attempts to do completely automated systems on this scale as well. Capital costs are significant. I mean, if I even just scale that one system, the 4x8 system, I'm looking at, let's say, roughly $3,000 for one of those systems to build and so on. Well, 100 times, you know, that's a fair amount of money. You know, so you're going to still have to come up with a fair amount of capital. But it's not millions, it's hundreds of thousands, which is good because some of these other systems on this scale are millions and tens of millions of dollars. All right, so some of the things I'm going to be doing is complete the data collection, look at cost scaling, refine the business model, scale the system to larger facility, add solar power, and really kind of look at, you know, what are some of these larger systems doing, how profitable. It's very hard to get this data though because it's becoming a very competitive, and nobody wants to share that knowledge. So, you know, that's a challenge. So, with that, I will leave it at that. If there are any further questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I know we're kind of late, but please, if you have any questions.
It's terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric, and that wraps up our session. So thank you very much for attending.
Great.
And enjoy the rest of the conference.